everybody, welcome back to another video. So, another talking type video. I know I like doing these from every once in a while whenever something big happens, but Rewind 2019 came out, and, it came out, what, was it about a day ago? So it already has 3 million dislikes and like 1.9 million likes, and I was reading through some of the comments, and the general consensus seems to be, well, YouTube was super lazy this year, blah, 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 and basically people talking about stuff like that. Now, here's the thing about it, though. Was it more lazy in comparison to what they've done in some years prior? Yeah, it kind of was. As, it felt more like what you'd expect to see on a top 10 channel. I do agree with, the general people saying that it did feel like, it was a top 10 video. Now, here's the thing. Unlike in previous years, where it is specifically last year, where it didn't feel as much of a rewind, this year it was actually a rewind. They went through some of the stuff that happened this year, and it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, was it lazy in comparison? Probably. But at the same time, if you had just if last year you'd posted a yearly thing, and it became the most disliked video on your platform, would you be considering trying to do the same thing next year? Probably not. And another thing you have to consider is that, is that now, you know, they they got all those dislikes last year. So, not going to try to do the same thing. Now, what do you do? From YouTube's perspective, what do you do? Do you do the same thing, but then, regardless of what you do, you're going to miss out on some creator somewhere that, is most liked. Maybe they aren't willing to show up and be a part of it since it was the most disliked video, or whatever. But just in general, you're not going to be able to fit enough into a 5-minute video to have actual people show up and appease everybody, especially after what happened last year. So, yes, it was a top 10 type video. Does it deserve to be dislike bombed again? No, definitely not. This year was, it was an actual rewind. It was, it went over some key things that happened, and it was a rewind. That's all there was to it. I mean, most people are still disliking because they're going, oh, well, it's, top 10 type video from, the creators of the platform, people who, are creating on said platform are doing better. But, once again, what do? There is no winning from YouTube's perspective. The only really other thing they could have done is to just not posted rewind. Like, yeah. As I mentioned, they could have tried something similar to what they done previously, but once again, became the most disliked video on YouTube. Are you really willing to take another shot at that so soon? Probably not. And I get a bunch of people who are going, well, if they put PewDiePie in it last year, we wouldn't have disliked it so much. Yeah, that's not true. Like, let's be real here. Because look at the fact that PewDiePie did make it in this one. Granted, once again, more of a top 10 video, but still. He was in this one, and it still has an almost 1-to-2 like to dislike ratio. So I think at this point, it's come to the point where it's more of a meme to dislike it rather than people actually disliking the video. People who are hitting the dislike button, they're not hitting it because it's a bad video this year, or I don't even think necessarily because they were hoping for something other than a top 10. It was just because, we've reached the point where everybody just like, oh yeah, YouTube Rewind comes out, time to start disliking. So yeah, I just don't see that as actually making any sense to dislike it. It's, what we should have expected. Like, let's be real here. It was us who, bombed the last video and made it where it's not really an option for YouTube to post it this time. So yeah, anyway guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all reconsider dislike bombing YouTube Rewind, and regardless, I hope you have a bit of a better understanding on what's going on, and also that you all have a wonderful day. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.